Hey, you guys, welcome back to Naughty Love Movement. It's your girl, Nikki, and today I'm bringing opportunities for advertisement on my channel. If anyone is interested, they can email us at knottylove2020@gmail.com. Our prices are affordable and reasonable, and please reach out to us. We can start our videos with any commercials that you would like us to advertise. I look forward to hearing from you. I'm out. One. Good morning, Naughty Crew. I didn't think anybody was going to be up with me this morning. The internet exploded overnight. Your girl is tired, okay? I'm overtired from being up till 5 in the morning on New Year's Eve, okay? So I barely got any sleep to the point that I was up with AT2 at 3:45 in the morning as he was dropping the receipts from the whole Larry Reed and TD Jakes exposure. Go over to his channel and subscribe to me. There wasn't no proof. But thank y'all for joining me. I appreciate it. Please remember to hit that like button. We finally got the StreamYard and the audio together. Share my content, leave comments. Let's get into it, okay? Tamar dropped receipts last night, and I just want y'all to realize what's going on here, the manipulation, and they all in it together. And I'm talking about Chrisean, Blueface, Carlissa. They all in this circus together. I'm going to drop this intro, and I'll be right back, and we'll get in. Hey y'all. Okay, let's dive right in because this is just getting out of hand. Now, like, I heard people all over the internet throughout the weekend and stuff talking about Chrisean was missing. It was like a big deal because she like started following Blueface, a whole bunch of unnecessary drama. And I'm gonna sum it up to you in one nutshell, okay? When people gonna realize that Chrisean is on the run from that warrant from James. I explained this to you in my live. This all stems back from when Blueface went and took Junior at 4 in the morning. And I believe this was all planned. as a distraction. If you guys don't notice, she hasn't been staying in her house. Okay. And she tried to make it seem like it was because of Blue. Even Whack 100 said, like, oh, the landlords are calling and they don't want her there anymore. Y'all gotta remember, Chrisean paid her rent for a year. So she was paid up for a year. Well, I think because of this warrant, this is why she been causing all this chaos to distract. But the girl is on the run. She's a, she's on the run. That's what people need to realize. She is on the run. And I was trying to find my previous live when she responded after Blueface took the baby and her and Jay, and then she kidnapped Jay and Alexis. Hold on. Let me see. I just need to make sure this is the one. This is just nuts. I just feel bad for Junior. I really, really do. Let's pray for that baby. Seriously, because like the two of them are using the baby as a pawn, and it's just sad. Like the baby can't even be a baby without going through all these games. But I'm trying to find. She admitted that she had a warrant. Like I paid so. I paid. She admitted on her live that she had a warrant. All right, and I believe this is all just a distraction. It's all just a distraction, so she don't have to answer for what she did to James. I'm freaking exhausted. And it's just sad. Like this is the way people manipulate the internet. They get you emotionally invested. But I concluded a long time ago that we cannot want it more than she wanted for herself. Seriously. But I believe all of this drama, her pulling up to Blue house, Blue pulling up to her house, breaking stuff up, she breaking stuff up in his house. It's all a distraction. And I just wish people would understand like this girl do not give. She do not care. Now, I think once they started putting the baby in it, that's when I think Jay and Alexis was like, I don't want nothing to do with this no more. Seriously. And mind you, they call her for New Year's. You bear with me, guys. They call her for New Year's before her performance. And she was saying she was single. And I just think she's really I think she just drew the line when they started using the baby as a pawn, which I don't blame Jade and Alexis because like you're going like way too far. You're going way too far at this point, and now you're involving a little innocent child, which I think is ridiculous. All right. And it's sad that they'll go this low. Mm. To even put in Junior in the mix of this circus. Like let the baby be a baby. That's all I'm saying. Let the baby be a baby. It's just don't even let the baby rest. Here we go. Shout out to who's this? The neighborhood talk for dropping. Hey, good morning, everybody. Please make sure y'all hitting that like button. Your girl is tired. I just jumped. I was like, let me just jump on here and get this over with because I already know what it's gonna be today. Here we go. This is Jay and Alexa.
And I'm in the neighborhood talk. Hello, motherfucker. To be bigger, better than the woman I was, a better mother, and have fun. Shit, put myself first. You feel me? Yeah, thank you. Hey, y'all, it's Jade and Alexis, and I'm in the neighborhood talk. Hello, motherfucker. To be bigger, better than the woman I was, a better mother, and have fun. Shit. No, I'm single. We out having fun, celebrating the new year, getting this money. You feel me?
We business partners and we co-parenting and we're gonna make the best of the best situation.
Okay, I think Jayden is tired, and I think she was done. Good morning, Kim. Good morning, Robbie. Yeah, this world is going there. Okay. I think Jayden drew the line when he started like taking the baby at 4 in the morning and things like that. Hopefully, she could stick to her guns. But I think Jayden is just tired. You hear me? Tired, and she's just going to do her own thing. To be quite honest, I think Jayden is full blown lesbian after going through everything she's been through with Blueface. Thank you, Robbie. I appreciate you. All right, and I just really think she drew the line. But people need to understand Chrisean admitted that she had a warrant. She admitted after she and we went over this on my channel and I said like once she had Junior, all her stuff was resolved, her cases was settled. She ended up getting probation. So she did not have any warrants at that point. And so in her ranting and wanting to go off on Blueface for kidnapping the baby in the middle of the night, she slipped and said, I got these warrants. And it's because of the James situation. It's because of the James situation. Now, it was two random girls because I was just kind of perplexed. Like, did it happen? Did it happen? And I was like, I'm just going to wait and see what's going on because two young ladies came out talking about they was James' daughter, which I didn't even know James had kids. Okay. And they said it was nothing wrong with the face. So, with his face. All right. And James hadn't said anything since the whole dentist live. And then he went live and people were like, "Oh, what happened? Did it happen?" And it was like this whole narrative that like Tamar lied and they all set Chrisean up and things like that. So yesterday, some footage was leaked from Tamar's dressing room. And mind you, her former production manager, Mr. Davis, has been throwing jabs at Tamar, like stop using my footage that I paid for from my videographer and stuff like that. He was throwing jabs. So all of a sudden yesterday, footage was leaked from her dressing room when she was doing her prayer circle from TMZ. And I'm not gonna play the sound because TMZ is very, very funny. All right, that's Chrisean kind of bombarding her way into the prayer circle, and she goes to hold Tony's hand, and Tony pulls her hand back. Right. Um, One thing I know from watching the Braxtons is Tony Braxton has an autoimmune disease, lupus. She has been very open about this. Okay. Even when the panty hit, there was an episode. She wouldn't even let her sisters come in her house. That's how serious it was. And she legit had to buy one of those bubble suits so that she would not get sick. So Tony is not gonna just be letting anybody touch on her and things like that. All right, because of her element. All right. So it's been like a whole bunch of fake stories going around, even to the point of like that Tony Braxton and Birdman got married. Like, and I just think this is all like internet games. I really, really do. So Tamar was disgusted that someone leaked this footage. Well, basically sold the footage, okay? As we found out later. This is Chrisean
Everybody
denying
know
it.
what the fuck they doing. They old as shit know what the fuck they doing.
And so do you. You know what you're doing too. You know what you're doing too. And let me just say this. Um, this is what Tamar responded after the footage was leaked. I wasn't going to say anything because I think at this point, y'all are going to believe whatever you want. And all the events that happened was unfortunate. But what is truly disgusting is that my dressing room and prayer is a sacred place. And whoever released that can go straight to HE double hockey sticks. Okay. So she's pissed. Clearly, she's pissed. Okay. Oh, child. This is just a lot. This is just a lot. So then a young man comes forward, taking responsibility. His name is Kenan Pierre. He comes forward and shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. He comes forward and apologizes to Tamar for her dressing room video getting leaked. I'm deeply sorry that this footage got out. So he says the footage that was leaked from Tamar's dressing room to TMZ was captured by me. The only people who have possession of it, other than myself, is Troy, the bitter one, and Rodney Atwaters Jr., the little one. These two bozos are in cahoots with each other because they are friends. Don't use my footage to stir the pot of drama, especially if you distort the quality. At Tamar Braxton, I am deeply sorry that this footage got out, and I would never do anything to tarnish you or your family's brand and name. Sincerely, Kenan Pierre. All right. And he's from New Black Cinema Productions, LLC. So Mr. Davis chimes in. Make this bigger for y'all. It's ridiculous. The cattiness going on. He said, y'all know I ain't never leaked nothing. Anything I post or say, it from my page. I don't send nothing to blogs to post for me. That's why everyone's upset now because I said something from my page. He did. He came out and said, stop using my footage. I don't send stories or videos to blogs. Never have in the 15 years I've been close to the Love and War lady. Don't put me in this. That footage and clip has been shared and sent to so many people. You all have seen me fight publicly, but I have also fought privately for this none of footage to never be used anywhere. This is one of the reasons why. Call me bitter, okay, but I don't leak stuff on the blogs. And if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it, okay? Now, Mr. Davis, Mr. L. Davis is the one that blew this whole thing out the water in the freaking first place, okay? We wouldn't have known anything if it wasn't for his infamous live, okay? So this kind of pressed Tamar. This pressed Tamar and it irked her last nerve to the point like she was like, nah, I'ma tell it all now. All right. And this is what he posted, Mr. L. Davis, on his page. He says, I thought I was backstage telling people that homegirl could not get on my stage. So he feels like they're lying on him. So how was it? I was in the front of the house watching the show with NYE and others, and also telling homeless Travis not to let people on stage at the same time. So what he is referring to is the receipts that Tamar dropped. Okay. And shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for capturing this. Let's get into it. Okay.
Praise the Lord, saints. I had to get on here because Tony's not gonna say nothing. And the last time somebody said something about me, everybody was like, "Don't defend yourself," but today is the day. It is D-Day. So we're going to finally talk about it. So let's talk about it. So this video today was leaked from my dressing room, which usually I have no one in my dressing room before a show when it's time to pray. It's just, my immediate staff, right? So when Chrisean walked in, the reason why my face looked like what is because, like, first of all, who is it? And why wasn't nobody stopped at the door? 2, Tony and Chrisean did not know who each other was. All right. So Tony was like, well, who is this person coming in between me and my sister? Me and Tony both, when it's time to pray, we in our dressing room, don't nobody come and interrupt. Period. That's just something that we do. That's actually something that I learned from her. Praise the Lord, saints. Okay. So first of all, my sister has lupus, an autoimmune disorder. Okay. If I get sick, if you get sick, it's no big deal. If she gets sick, she go to the hospital. So what she not gonna do is touch a stranger's hand, embrace a stranger. She don't know Chrisean from Adam. Okay.
And this is facts. Tamar is not putting on. I'm telling you, Tony do her own sisters this way. She don't be touching on nobody and stuff like that. She takes her autoimmune disease very serious. And if, like, I know I have family members that live with lupus. It's a very, very serious thing. Okay, you have to be very careful about what you come in contact with. Because like Tamar said, you could end up in the hospital. And people are saying, like, Tony didn't have to shade her like that. Well, Chrisean didn't have to barge her way in. She could have, like, even if she wanted to pray, she didn't have to, like, break up the prayer circle. This whole thing is ridiculous. This whole thing is ridiculous. Everybody know what Chrisean do and what she stand for, period.
And so when she walked in, it kind of startled everybody. So let's just address that there, okay? You see that? And at the end, Tony patted her on the shoulder. Okay, huh? And actually, that was the first time that I met Chrisean when she walked in that door. Yeah, that's why I turned around and
we actually had so much fun tonight, Lord God, and bring us back
prayer. It changes
home
things.
To our families.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
So let's move on to the next subject. Yep, that is good. Yep, won't he do it? He's able. So this is the picture in the middle of my show when they was introduced to each other. We started talking about both. Okay. So first of all, my sister has lupus. We started talking about, coming from a whole bunch of siblings, and everything was all fine and dandy. Let me tell you something. Tony Braxton don't stay for nobody's concert. She don't stay backstage. She sings and she leaves, not even hers. She stayed most of the time. We had a blast. It was cool. That's Billy Woodruff over here beside Tony. That's Tony's best friend. Everything was great. Everybody was happy. No beef. No drama. Okay? Now let's move on to the next slide because today is D-Day. Since people want to sell videos, people want to, just put everybody on blast and have people come up with their own stories. Today is the day of the real story. So let's move on. Okay, this right here is right after James get busted in the face with a 1-2 bow back. Okay, that is still in my dressing room. So do you? Some more. We started talking about, coming from a whole bunch of siblings, and everything was all fine and dandy. Let me tell you something. Tony Braxton don't stay for nobody's concert. She don't stay back.
You gonna press charges or you just? Yes. I'm pressing charges. I didn't do nothing to that.
Okay, so this is the proof that we all been waiting for. So it happened. It happened. Whether people want to, I'm not making no excuses for your girl. Y'all already know. Like, I'm not that vested in Chrisean. She's not even in my age group, but it is what it is.
Oh, is that the hit that we made up? Oh, now James is my best friend, and I would never ever do. Look at my baby lip. I would never ever do him like that. But at this point, it has gotten above and beyond out of control. Okay, nobody is lying on nobody. Nobody wants no trouble for nothing. That was the legendary Toni Braxton. Okay, nobody.
Like I've been saying, Naughty Crew, Tamar does not need clout off of Chrisean. She does not. Their whole show is coming back. They already have a show on their own network that's been running. They took a break. The family had family issues, and then they lost, rest in heaven, Tracy. Tamar does not need any clout off of Chrisean. Period. Been saying this.
Okay. Hello, nobody's trying to get on Zeus. Well, that was a good thing of mine. If I wanted a show, I would have one. What's your nose? If we wanted a show, Tony wanted a show.
Your tooth is shut.
Cheers.
So do you want to? You gonna press charges and you just? Yes. I'm pressing charges.
No,
I didn't do nothing to that girl.
busted.
But we can't leave him to.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, if y'all will read, this happened today.
You gonna press charges and you just? Yes. I'm pressing charges. I didn't do nothing to that girl.
His name is Keon Pierre. I don't even know the man. He said this footage that was leaked from Tamar's dressing room to TMZ TV was captured by me. The only people who have possession of it, other than myself and boop, the bitter one, and somebody named Rodney Jr. I don't even know him. These two bozos are in cahoots with each other because they are friends. Do not use my footage to stir the pot of drama, especially if you distort the quality. You're talking about his quality, okay, child? I know that's right. Everybody fighting for their rights today, okay? He said, don't use my footage to stir the pot of drama, okay? Especially if you distort the quality. I know that's right. Everybody worrying about their body of work. Me too. That's why I'm here. Okay, Tamar Braxton, I am deeply sorry that this footage got out, and I would never do anything to tarnish you or your family's brand and name. Yes, because the truth of the matter is, me and my sister meant no ill will towards nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is our torn business. We take it very strong. His name is Keon Pierre. Seriously. And the truth of the matter is, James, I'm so sorry. I love you with all my heart and soul, but your friend sold you up a river for $5,000. Yep. Somebody said he sold the video to TMZ. The man here, Keon, said y'all sold that video, not me. Keon said y'all sold that video to somebody named Charlie for $5,000. Now, I just want to give y'all a little story time. Y'all want to know another story? Isn't this amazing? This is Travis, and he has a bit of information that he'd like to share. Travis, would you step up to the podium and give the people of God the information that you know?
So what actually led up to Chrisean being angry that night before she attacked James was the fact when she got there, she had 10 people there, but she originally only told us that it was supposed to be 6 people with her. So LaTroy Davis, and you know I'm not lying because I was standing right there while you was talking to her.
Seriously. And the truth of the matter is,
her team, you told the venue staff that only 6 people can be backstage and the rest has to go to the audience. So after she picked the 6 people, she was also told that she was the only one that can be on the left side of the stage by herself. After that situation happened, she ended up coming up to me and said, hey, fam, I'm not trying to cause any issues, but can I at least have one person over there? And I asked her, who did she want? And she said, her manager with the dreads. So I've got one of the venue staff members, and the venue staff member brought her manager to the back. So after that, she was calm a little bit, and then she ended up coming up to me again, and she said, hey, fam, when am I performing? What time I'm performing? When time I'm going?
Because remember, I had said I had wanted her to come out to do a survival all the time doing the twerk off part. That's what we was talking about. Go ahead. Now read on.
So I told her, I said, I didn't know anything about that, but let me go to the person who's in charge, which is LaTroy Davis, while we were on tour. At the time, he was in charge.
So it's his tour.
So I went up to LaTroy and I said, hey, Chrisean said, when is she performing? He asked me and her team, you told the venue staff that only 6. What are you talking about? I said, Chrisean told me that Tamar Braxton told her that she can perform during one of the halftime things. He was like, well, she's not getting on my stage. She's not getting on my stage. And I was like, what do you want me to tell her? He was like, well, she's not getting on my stage. And he walked off. And that was that.
So that's the story. Please leave me out of the chat.
What are you talking about? I said, Chrisean.
So I guess this is Tamar. She said, I guess because the video was so it pissed some people off. Now they sending them to me. The rest is on my YouTube. I'm tired of it. Y'all want to attack my sister who has lupus and don't even come outside. I'm not having it. Please let's wrap this all up. It was so last year. Had he not sold the video today to Greedy TMZ, I nor anyone would be talking about this. This is crazy. It's a whole confusing. Hey, Bug, good morning. It's a whole confusing debacle, but this is why you got all the antics from Chrisean and Blueface. She is on the run from a warrant. She did this. She did this. Like, forget about Mr. L. Davis and all his drama. I think he's just a disgruntled employee and he mad he got fired, but you should have kept your mouth shut, sir, instead of coming online. Like, if you cared about your job or whatever. I really don't care about the outside noise. At the end of the day, there's a victim, James, who was attacked by Chrisean. Period. And all these antics, the kidnapping of the baby in the 4 in the morning, her and Blueface getting into it, she saying Blueface laid hands on her. Well, ma'am, you have a tendency to lay your hands on people as well. Chrisean is just as abusive as Blueface. They both is toxic. But all it is has been distraction methods. The girl is on the run, period, from her warrant. That's why all of a sudden she moving. And they gotta get a hey ma'am. Yes, ma'ams. Thank you so much. Chrisean followers will forever believe she did nothing wrong. Well, I'm not no follower, ma'ams. Okay. She is on the run from that warrant. Right after she Blueface took the baby at 4 in the morning, she did a live and she said, I got warrants. And I believe it's stemming from this James situation. That's why y'all, she couldn't do nothing but brag about that house. She loved that house. It is paid up to for 1 year, according to her. And now all of a sudden she got to move. I believe Blueface breaking in is all a distraction. So she could break that lease. Yes, ma'am, I agree. And speaking of Junior, poor Junior, he's the one caught in the crossfire of all of this. All right. Well, he was finally able to meet his grandfather yesterday. And it's just like, when is any of the adults gonna be adults and say, look, keep this baby out of it, or someone take the baby and keep the baby safe? Like, somebody really needs to, like, his Blueface dad need to sit him down. Like, look, bro, this is not the way. And you doing all of this. In the same breath, you saying the baby is not yours. Make up your mind, sir. Make up your mind. I'm over it. But the baby is meeting all the grandparents. Make it make sense. Here's Blueface dad.
Hey, we finally meet. Do, do, do. Do, do, do.
He's so cute. He a little yucky. Yeah. He's so innocent.
Hey,
He did not ask to be here. And I get Blueface is grown and everything, but somebody need to shake him. Like, seriously, stop putting this baby in the middle of y'all mess. But I just really feel like it's unfortunate, but they're using the baby as a pawn at this point to distract from all they have going on with the criminal system, and that is their own fault. And I just really feel like somebody needs to be held accountable, especially with the James situation. Like, I'm so tired of people making excuses for Chrisean, her age, this and that. She grown. She a grown woman, and now she's a mother. I even hear people saying, oh, Chrisean shouldn't have been there at Tamar's concert. I really believe Tamar tried to do like some big sis stuff because they're all from Baltimore. And she was just trying to show her love. Black China did the same thing with Chrisean. Chrisean has no self-control. She thinks she could do what she wants. And quite frankly, I think she's an attention whore. Seriously. And people need to realize this girl got into the game and got fame by sleeping her way into the game. Not based on her talent. And I'm just tired of people making excuses. Um I'm like, this is one of the things I want to leave in 2023. Why can't y'all go and just raise your children? Why can't you go? But by them running amok, they make money. Yeah, but she is a little slow. And the poor baby, he be all over. And she did a live yesterday. Like the people around her are enabling this toxic behavior. She was in the studio yesterday and it was late at night and they got kids running around the studio. Like, the studio is no place for any children to be. We all know what's going on in the studio. They smoking, they drinking, and things like that. So I'm just like, when does it end? When will they hold this child accountable? But I'm telling y'all, she's on the run. She's on the run from her warrants.
Actually, I can't tell y'all. I gotta tell y'all what happened.
Get pregnant. All right. Look, see, all right.
This is cheers to.
You know that.
And this is her problem right here. She is crashing out. She needs to stop the drinking. That's why she got in this mess. Because she came, Mr. L. Davis said she came there drunk with so many people. All right, people not going to put up with that behavior. She is crashing out. She is crashing out. But this is the people the world put up on a pedestal and make famous. For the life of me, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. She even said out her own mouth, I'm not even an artist for real. People are writing her songs, manufacturing her lyrics. The songs are trash. And she only want to do songs where she's dissing Blueface. It's just like, girl, get over it. Did you move on or what? It's sick and it's toxic. And it's sad. It's sad. And these are the people, they are making role models in America. And for the life of me, I do not get it. I don't get it. But she can run, but she can't hide. She's going to have to eventually answer for this. And if she was smart, she would stay off live. She'll stay off live. All right. And so they did all this debacle for New Year's, her disappearance. She's changing. She's rebranded herself. It's all bull swanky, Naughty Crew. It's all bull swanky. And these are the people that are role models now. And then she got people like Sexy Red co-signing the debauchery. And this is what it causes when you put these people on a pedestal and you promote the HOE culture. This is what it causes. This is what it causes. This is the influence it has. Right here. These are little girls getting down a Sexy Red song. I can't play it on here because I don't need the copyright strike. But y'all heard the beginning? This is sick. This is what our society has come to. This is who's coming up behind the Chrisean Rocks and the Sexy Reds and the Sukianas. This is the influence they're having. I got 2 daughters. Not mine. Not mine. But people are promoting this toxicity. And this is the influence it's having on our youth. That they think it's okay to bend it over and pop it. Little girls, those little girls don't even look like kindergartners, but they know all the words to Sexy Red song. Where's the parents? Where's the parents? I was immediately disgusted. Disgusted. But that's the influence Chrisean has, the Sexy Reds have, and they want to live without consequence. They want to be able to do whatever they want without consequence. It's sad. Woo! Yes, you be bugging. These young folks have a lack of integrity, accountability, and respect. It's sad. It really is. But look, Chrisean is raising Junior the same way these parents are raising these little girls. And it's just like, I want the little boy to have a chance. I want Junior to have a chance. But with Chrisean, like, we can't be so vested in her. She got to want more for herself. And she has a lot of bad habits. And you could tell she's crashing out because she's drinking a lot and smoking a lot. Okay. Hopefully the grandparents can talk some sense into these people. And I hope James can get justice. It's just sad. And, to me, like, the Mr. L. Davis portion is just a small little piece. Ultimately, we need to look at the fact that someone was assaulted and someone needs to be held accountable. And we can throw all type of scenarios like Tamar should have never had her. Da, 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 da. It's only but so much. Only thing I could see, like, Tamar, everybody knew what Chrisean was on before that concert. But is it so much to expect for Chrisean to behave like a normal person? I mean, the girl is rude and disrespectful on every level, especially when she's drunk. And as soon as she's busted, it's throwing God in her face. We're praying, we're reading the Bible, we're bringing Junior in the camera. I said it before, like, she carried Junior around like he's just a pocketbook. The way she flaring him around everywhere. It's ridiculous. So let's leave it in the comments. That's all I have to say. But this is the influence on the next generation, and it really breaks my heart, and it's sad. Like, and I'm 45 years old. My generation, we grew up with respect for our elders. We grew up with rules. I'm saying, I came up in the era where we got whoopings. Period. Like, and I'm not talking like beaten, like, abuse wise. Like, you disrespect, you were corrected on the part, on spot. So little Scrappy is out here apologizing to his children's mom, but he's also speaking up about the Remy Ma and Papoose situation. We've been going over this on my show, footage leak, video footage or audio footage leak of Easy the Block Captain saying that him and Remy were involved romantically. Hey, Shay B, good morning, guys. I appreciate y'all joining me. I just kind of jumped on here and I'm like, I can't sleep. So shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. Let's see what Scrappy got.
A whole fuck nigga. For real. I done
language.
Been a whole fuck nigga to women. You know what I'm saying? And I've been fuck me off.
Come on, Scrappy.
You know what I'm saying? So let's just know this shit, my nigga. For all y'all women and all y'all men out there that just want to stand on the woman's side, Or you just want to stand up for men and be like, oh no, because every time a black woman want to stand up for herself, black niggas want to step in and be like, oh no, look at this bitch, she trying to get nigga.
And this is why I wanted to bring this to my naughty crew, because what I'm so tired of are the cowardly men that support the bull. Okay? Soon as a woman speak up, when she done wrong, whether it be cheating, whether it be physical abuse, you got the men backing the men and not rallying around the woman, like, and holding this man accountable and saying, yo, dog, you wrong. You shouldn't be laying hands on her. You shouldn't be out here. If you want a commitment with that woman, you shouldn't be out here slinging D everywhere. Like, if you want to be single, but be honest. But you playing with somebody's emotions and feelings. This is the same thing that Blueface did to Chrisean. But Chrisean, she knew what she was getting, though. I'm just saying. She knew what she was getting.
This woman done been through some shit. Let her speak her truth. You maggot motherfucker.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And all the women, let that man speak his truth. Don't try to step in when a nigga's trying to speak freely because some shit he went through, and you trying to talk about like, because this nigga went through that shit. This man went through that. Let that man speak his truth.
Let me tell you something. Scrappy has been real emotional ever since he confronted Mama D on Love and Hip Hop, which he's no longer a part of. But he confronted her about the way she raised him. Mama D was a pimp. She was a whole pimp. Scrappy has said it. He grew up in a whole HOE house. Okay? And this is, I think, like, that kind of made him raw. Like, when he finally faced that truth with his mom, I think it made him very emotional. It like, because he probably numbed that for so long, and now he's like expressing it all over the place. But I think this needed to happen. I think he needed to be stripped down like this.
Like, you can't be like that and have a son, neither, woman. You can't be like that and have a daughter, neither, nigga. I done been a whole fuck nigga, a whole man. For all the men and women, how you gonna deplete a man and you got a whole man you gotta raise? You should be like trying to build men up because you got a whole son. The fuck is wrong with you? You should be trying to build women up. You got a whole daughter, you got a whole woman you gotta raise. So that's why I be on the shit I be on. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna apologize to both of my kids' moms, man. I'm sorry for any disrespect I ever caused out, because I know I've been disrespectful as fuck in the past years. It's a new year. I'm turning over a new leaf. But still, you feel what I'm saying? I know I've been disrespectful. I don't give a fuck if you disrespected me or not. I'm sorry. You feel what I'm saying? And to any woman that I disrespected, I'm sorry. You feel what I'm saying? I'm sorry I was on some demon time, disrespectful shit. And I need to get over myself. You feel what I'm saying? And the rest of you niggas do too. And the rest of you women do too. Man.
Okay? I respect it. I respect him being held accountable. Because we've seen it. I've seen it all over Love and Hip Hop. The way he did Erica, the first couple of seasons of Atlanta, and he brought in Shay. Then he turned around and broke Shay's heart with Bambi. When you do dirt like that, it comes back on you. It's nothing positive. And it may feel good in the moment. It may feel good in the moment, but it comes back it catches up to you eventually, the karma of it all. It's just not cool to just be playing woman and you overlapping and not being honest with them. And vice versa. Women do it to men too, okay? Which leads me to Remy Ma. Women cheat too. Women cheat too. Women do men wrong all the time. And it's just, in 2024, I just hope people are able to walk in their truth more and be held accountable. Seriously. Like, I'm just tired of the lies. It's the lies. So Scrappy has something to say in regards to the Remy Ma and Papoose situation. Shout out to It's On Site for this. Here we go.
Man, women stand up for they stand up from all mountains of the earth. They stand up. Oh, why would he do this? Why would he do it? But we ain't heard nothing about what happened to Papoose. We don't hear about that. Ain't nobody standing up for Papoose saying, oh man, we sorry that shit happened to you.
Excuse me, Scrappy. We do over here at Naughty Crew. We back Papoose. Hey, look, good morning, Latoya. We support Papoose over here. We also support Remy. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, she human, and she probably made a mistake. And over here at Naughty Love Movement, I'm praying that they could piece their family back together. But guess what? They basically tell them, mind y'all business, okay? All right. Papoose is keeping us out of the group chat. Papoose still have enough respect for Remy that he just moved in his own way. He they haven't been taking pictures together. He been pouring into his children and things like that. So although she didn't have enough respect for their marriage and I can't even say it. But she did not have enough respect for their marriage to honor their vows and stuff like that. Papoose is still not out here dragging Remy and disrespecting her.
I did you dirty. We ain't hearing none of that shit, my nigga. We ain't hearing none of that shit. Because ain't nobody trying to stand up. And they talking about the black woman is the most unprotected person on the earth when dying.
And they are
dying daily. This is dying daily. This is dying daily, my fuck that shit, my. I'm standing up for the black woman and I'm standing up for the black man. That's what I'm doing. I don't give a fuck about the shit talking about. And I love some of my. I'll be on y'all little dumb podcast. Just wanna need to do this. Need to do this. Y'all need to do this for your woman. Man, you trying to get man. That you maybe all your life you dealt with great women. All your life you dealt with great women. I'm happy for you. But I know some real evil motherfucking women. I know some real.
I do too. I'm not like I just know of some seedy characters. Like there's women out here that be setting men up, like for real. It just happened with academics. Okay.
Real evil women. I done been an evil man before. So guess what? I have to stand up for both.
Seriously, we all need to stand up. I think it's really a matter of people need to hold people accountable when they see them doing shit. Okay, that's the bottom line. Let me see what some of these comments say. Okay, cool. And the reason why I wanted to bring this to the forefront, I'm glad Scrappy is speaking about it. You want to know why? Because people, especially in the industry, because they such cowards. All right, that's why you got P Diddy's. They not man enough to stand up and say, yo, man, you shouldn't be laying hands on that girl. Diddy was so bold, he was doing it in public, in front of people, at industry events. And I'm sorry, if I see something, I'm going to say something. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to do what I can to help that person out if they're in trouble. Like, seriously, because of that thinking where like, oh, I'm gonna just mind my business and I'm not getting involved with that and this and that. That's why you got monsters like Diddy running around. That's why you got blue faces running around. Because ain't nobody really being a friend to them. They just staying around them for the clout, the status, and the attention they can get and to benefit off the lifestyle. That's not really your friend if they can't hold you account. I want my friends to hold me accountable. Like, yo, Nick, you was dead wrong for doing that joint like that. You know what I mean? Like, It's just that. But you know what? Shout out to Scrappy. It looks like he's trying to have some growth. And he's trying to grow into his manhood in his second chapter. And it's been a lot of footage of him and Erica Dixon hanging out. I think they hung out for the New Year. And I just thought I've been loving their bond because you know what, Erica always said that they were friends, and it really broke her heart when he did her dirty with Shay. It really did. But for them to come together now and they're able to be like this, I think it shows growth on both their parts. But I always like Erica. She was always a class act for the most part. So they feeling each other again. You know, sometimes in life you gotta separate so that you can learn how to value each other again. You know what I mean? So shout out to Scrappy. Shout out to Erica. I wish them the best. It looks like they falling in love again. Okay. I just hope he can get a little therapy to deal with his past traumas, his childhood traumas and things like that. And because of what he went through during his childhood, you know, Mama D taught him how to treat women now. You got to understand people pathology and where they come from to understand where they are today. And until a person is ready to face that and walk through that, it's nothing you could do. It's nothing you could do. But shout out to them. Shout out to them. I hope everybody really had a good New Year's. There was a lot of things popping off on New Year's, as y'all can see. But do y'all remember actor Damon Wilson from Sanford and Sons? He played the son. Well, he is speaking out, and my mom watches this show until this day. He is speaking out regarding the industry. But before we get into that, talk about being held accountable. I remember when my kids was little, and my cousin, she did this too. My cousin, she had 3 boys, and they was bickering. You know, when kids go through that phase when they just arguing all the time. So my cousin, what she did, she tied them all up and made them do everything together. So if you ever have an issue with your kids fighting, that works. All right. Well, this dad, shout out to this dad, right? And talk about, you know, making sure you honor thy brother. He makes his sons, every time they fight, sing the theme song to the Wayans brothers. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk.
Give me a high five. My brothers are happy every single every color. Give me a high five. The brothers were happy every single every color. Give me a high five.
And don't stop fighting over every little thing. Every little thing. Keep going. I ain't say stop.
My brothers were happy every single every color. Give me a high five. My brothers were happy
I love
every
it.
single every color. Give me a high five.
Keep going. Say it with a smile.
My brother colored. Give me a high five.
I don't see no smiles. Smile.
Colored. Give me a high five.
I thought this was
See no
genius.
smile, Messiah.
For happy and singular color. Give me a high five.
I'm gonna keep doing this.
I love it. Okay. So yeah, my cousin, she had gave me the idea. Shout out, rest in heaven to my cousin Vicky. But yeah, she had 3 boys that she was raising on her own, and they would go through little spells where they would fight, and she would tie them up by the ankles and make them do everything together until until they got it right. And guess what? Till this day, they are thick as thieves. My 3 little cousins. Although she's not here anymore or whatever, but they got each other's back because of her instilling that in them from young. And so I just shout out to good parents like this out here. I just think it's dope, and this is the type of discipline these children need nowadays. I just love it. So let's get into the next story. Isn't it dope? I thought it was dope. That's why I wanted to share it. All right. So actor Desmond Wilson, he's talking about why he left Hollywood after Sanford and Son. But let me tell you something. He's still receiving a check, okay? Because Sanford and Son is still running. My mom still watched that show every single day. My grandmother watched that show, all right? So he's still getting hopefully, some residual income from it. But shout out to the Jasmine brand. He's talking about why he left Hollywood. Here we go.
1982, I went full time into the ministry. The Lord called me full time into the ministry. I preached before thousands in Africa, thousands in China, in every city and hamlet in America. How old are you?
I'm 35.
I gotta suit your age. That's why you don't know. I thought.
Oh my God, he said, I gotta suit your age.
You did your homework before you interviewed me. Hollywood, I've never had anything to do with any kind of clique. I'm not a cliquish person.
Right. I assume that.
Followers. When I grew up, I had the kids followed me. They followed my dress style. They followed the coolness, the way I walked. When I was in the war, I was a leader. I ain't never followed nobody. So these cliques, I could tell you things about people you named that the little Fruit Loops. They bend over billies. You cannot make it to the top in that industry without selling your soul.
What do you know about the brother that just came forward, Christian Keys? You heard of this young actor? He just came forward and said that he was sexually harassed by a billionaire Hollywood person in power. There's assumptions of names. Is that something that happened in your industry? Like, were you ever, respectfully, I'm asking you as...
Again, here you go. My industry. It's not my industry. I'm a Broadway actor. I came to Hollywood. Wait a minute. You didn't do your homework. I'm going to tell you.
All right. So, I mean, several people have been speaking out in regards to Hollywood and what they require. We've heard this through the years. We heard this over and over again, but we have not even seen him in years, and he's coming out now. You know what I mean? Confirming this information. It just goes to show. Like, that's what if everybody's saying it over and over again. The price of fame in Hollywood and the music industry is to sell your soul and behind, apparently. Okay. And this is somebody who was on a long running sitcom, you know what I mean? And he decided to walk away. And to me, if you ask me, only the strong survive. Like, 'cause you know what? You don't have to do that. You don't have to give up your soul. You can really walk away and create your own path. It may be a struggle, it may be harder, but you can create your own path. Period. Like, Hollywood is not the be all, the end all. And see, I'm kind of like that. I'm not like a follower. You know what I mean? Like, I just like I know how to be innovative and create my own lane and things. And I've always been the type, like, I like to be different. I like to dress different. I don't like to be trendy. You know what I mean? I just like to have my own style. So, like, just because Hollywood told you no, that don't mean it's a no forever. You could turn that no into a yes. You know, I just think people need to stop being so thirsty for fame. Bottom line, stop being so thirsty for fame. Like, either your art is important enough where you'll preserve it and create your own way. It's dope. But overall, I'm just happy this brother is still alive and doing well. Like, thank you for coming out the woodwork, Tamar Wilson, because I used to crush on him. He was cute to me, my little chocolate brother. Okay. All right, guys. The last story I think I want to get into is Funky Dineva. And shout out to the Jasmine brand. As you all know, Funky Dineva announced that he is leaving TGI Friday. Okay. Funky Dineva has, I felt like something was up because he's been commenting on things lately a little off to me. We all know about what he said about Chloe Belly and things like that, and that was not cool or whatever. But to me, lately, he been coming hard, like, and he have not been caring, and so I kind of felt like something was up. You know what I mean? Well, he announced, and shout out to the Jasmine brand, that he is leaving TGI Friday. Let's hear his explanation, and we'll go from there.
But know that there is no love lost between me and the Fox Soul organization, all the people that work there. Me, Al, and Claudia, all of us are good. It just simply came down to a matter of business, finance, and time. So the very short version of the story is when we were working 2 days a week, we were being paid at a certain rate. Let's just say $20 a show. We were being paid $20 a show for 2 days a week. And when we moved to 5 days a week, they said, okay, we're going to move you guys to 5 days a week, but instead of paying you $20 a show, we're going to pay you $17 a show. And all of us fought it. We were like, well, wait a minute. Why are you cutting our pay rate? You know what I'm saying? And the general attitude was like, but know that there is no, what gave me the courage to kind of walk away from the situation definitely was a lot of the stuff that Taraji was talking about, right? But then there was this one other tweet. It was from Keke Palmer. And Keke Palmer wrote, basically in this business, you have to have multiple streams of income, because if not, you don't have any autonomy, and you end up becoming beholden to contracts or beholden to employers, and you kind of have to take whatever people give you. And I think the beautiful thing for me in this moment, and why I don't walk away from it feeling like it's a loss, and I walk away from it feeling empowered, is because the blessing of it all is that I can actually do it. Like, that I can afford to walk away, that I don't need it. I'm not somewhere sweating. Like, what gave me the courage to.
And so, and this is what I spoke to earlier about creating your own lane. Okay, Naughty Crew, look, this is coming from, I've been in corporate, I've been with my company, July will be 18 years. And this is why I started YouTubing, like, to create my own lane. So I have something to fall back on. But I also realized, like, you have to have multiple streams of income nowadays. You cannot just rely on one source. This is why I have my own business. I do my vending in the summertime to sell my head wraps and things like that. So that when it comes time, because I'm really starting to think about, like, my retirement. Like, I only have 7 more years to put in at my company, and I can retire or whatever. And so I'm trying to line myself up that I have multiple things going, so that I don't have to go work for somebody else. All right. And I think because Funky, he has his own channel. I mean, he's one of, like, the original day one YouTubers. So he has a following of like 500,000 people, I believe, or whatever. There's plenty, I'm sure, he can do. And sometimes you have to know when your time is up with a certain situation. You know what I mean? And it's not a bad thing to walk away and knowing your worth. It's not a bad thing. And that's what I just think Funky is just understanding what his worth is. And there's other, this door closes, a new door will open up. Seriously. But I just think, because Taraji, she has what? Like a hair care line and things like that, from what I know, or whatever. But you gotta maximize off of the work you put in, seriously. And you have to know your worth out here. And you have to know when your time is up or whatever. And although I'm tired of logging into the plantation, it's a means to an end for me right now or whatever. And I put so many years in at this point, like to walk away, it just wouldn't even make sense. Like I'm definitely vested at this point, and I'm one of them people that's lucky enough to have a pension and a 401k. Yes, I think Funky will be fine, Shay. I think I say we need to wait and look out and see what's to come. But Funky not even is a personality in himself. So I think that there'll be other doors. But with that being said, what I heard on other panels, even with AT2 and Mims, I'm gonna follow their lead. Who do y'all think will be a great replacement for Funky? I mean, he's one of a kind. He's unique. He brought a different type of twist to the show. So, who do y'all want to see in agreement? I mean, do you think Al and Claudia will walk away eventually too? Like, because if they not paying Funky what he worth, I'm sure they having the same struggles. He did mention like they all had to fight. You know what I mean? And Al is established and Claudia is established in her own right. Let me see what time. Black China, she's opening up. And then I want to do Gypsy. Gypsy was released, or Gypsy Rose, she was released from prison. And she had a special message. And prayers up to Japan. They just had like a horrible earthquake, tsunami. Cardi B and Offset, I'm over them too. Like, keep us out of group chat. We don't care. Go, one thing I did hear her say is that they trying to go to therapy, which I think is good, but keep us out of the group chat. I don't care whether y'all together or not. I don't care if y'all screw. At the end of the day, that's still her husband. So she can screw him whenever she want. But I don't care to know about it. Yeah, it is sad. It is sad. So for those of you who don't know, Gypsy Rose, she was a victim of Munchausen. It was a whole special on HBO in regards to her. But her mom had a severe case of Munchausen by proxy, and she basically had Gypsy like bedridden, and ultimately a scam, but she created like all these illnesses so that she could collect a check, number one, and get free trips, number two. But Munchausen by proxy is a real thing, and she was a victim of it, and she felt so trapped by her mother that eventually, once she got online access, she acquired a boyfriend, and they plotted to delete her mom. But there's a documentary on HBO about her. It's really crazy, to the point like when she walked in the courtroom to be arraigned, her family was shocked because they thought she was wheelchair bound. Okay. Well, she did prison. Dr. Phil went and talked to her while she was in prison. I'm interested to see what Dr. Phil going to do to support her in her release. Come on, Dr. Phil. Well, she recently had a message for her supporters.
Hey everyone, happy New Year's Eve. I'm about to celebrate with my family. I have my dad and my stepmom Christy here, and of course my
I'm glad she has her dad because her mom, remember I talked about, yeah, she did 8 years. I talked about I talk about parental alienation on my panel. And her mom did the same thing to her dad. Like basically blocked him from having any type of say in her life or anything. So he was like blindsided. And he was made to believe that his daughter was like really, really ill.
Husband. So we're looking to bring in the new year together. It's gonna be really awesome to have some family time after so long. So to everyone watching, Happy New Year's Eve. Bye.
And this was her first selfie after she was released. And I'm really happy she's like reclaiming her life because her mom basically stole it from her all these years. And so she also, and shout out to Hollywood Unlocked for this. Gypsy Rose Blanchard reveals her most painful and unnecessary story. And I believe it's when she got the tracheotomy. So Gypsy Rose Blanchard revealed one of the most painful and unnecessary surgeries she underwent while enduring the abuse from her mother, Dee Dee Blanchard. Gypsy Rose explained to people that she had surgery to remove 2 salivary glands from behind her neck and didn't respond well to the anesthesia. The 32-year-old newly freed woman said the recovery process was complicated. For much of her life, she underwent many unnecessary medical procedures when Dee Dee made her believe that she had different illnesses. To this day, it has left me with the side effects of having to clear my throat all the time. So she has lifelong side effects from everything her mom did. She said, so I'm always, if you hear me, that is a constant thing that I have had ever since. So she has to constantly clear her throat. So Gypsy Rose continued. She says the constant clearing of her throat annoys some people, although it's not done intentionally. She continued. So it been a negative side effect for me. And the reason why I had the surgery is because my mother had put Oragel on my gums to make me drool at the appointment. Isn't that crazy? Her mom was going this is crazy. So she could complain to the doctor that I drool too much. Gypsy further explained that she tried to ask Dee Dee about the procedure, which resulted in her mother using manipulative tactics to make her feel unloved. She would get really, really upset with me and start manipulating me in a way that she would take her love from me. This is sad what she had to go through. And I just hope she could reclaim her life. But she basically felt like she had to delete. Good morning, Michelle. She had to delete her mom to be free. Her mom was doing, I mean, one time she had a trach put in her, a whole bunch of unnecessary things, feeding tubes. She was a sick, sick woman. She was a sick woman, and nobody liked her mom. Nobody liked her mom. She was a sick, sick woman. So I just hope Gypsy can get the help that she needs, period. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the show here. I appreciate every last one of you joining me, seriously. Hey, Dee Dee was evil and sadistic. Yes, she was. Yes, she was. Yeah, HBO Max has the documentary up there, where you can kind of get an inside look as to what Gypsy went through. It was just horrible. And but how this was able to slip through the cracks of the medical system, and you know what? And I just think like it's kind of a thing, like because when a doctors recognized it, she would switch doctors. She just kept switching doctors, switching doctors, switching doctors. because that's what they do when they have Munchausen by proxy. They keep going to different doctors until someone tells them what they want to hear. But it's just so sad how Gypsy had to suffer through those years with her mom. It's just really, really tragic what she had to go through. So let's leave it in the comments, Naughty Crew. We got into Tamar speaking out and showing receipts that James was definitely, the pause was laid on him by Chrisean, and nobody is lying. I'm interested to see what's to come. You heard it out of James's mouth in that video that he wants to press charges. That's out of his mouth, because I know it was like up in the air whether he was going to do it or not. I think it's just a matter of the law catching up to Chrisean at this point. That's why she keep moving around. That's why she moving places. She tried to make it seem, and this is what she does. Y'all got to understand, Chrisean manipulates too. She a master manipulator, just like Blueface. She played these internet games. But I believe, and this is my thought, right, that all the drama between her and Blueface, him allegedly putting hands on her, the baby in the front seat, him going into her house. Notice that girl be live for everything, but she cannot catch those lives when he tearing up her house. I know it's cameras in that house. I know it's cameras in that house. But no, I think they're doing all of this to deflect from the fact that she has an active warrant and the law is looking for her. Period. And unfortunately, this is going to be a hard lesson for her to learn, because when you become a mother, you have to make decisions to put your children first. Period. And it's never okay to resolve an issue by laying hands on anybody, especially somebody who wasn't even posing any threat towards you. Chrisean been unhinged. She been a bully. We seen her on red carpets throwing hands. And it's just like, girl, go have several seats. Go have several seats. But I just really think she needs to be held accountable. And this is, don't forget, she's on probation. I believe in Oklahoma. She's on probation, active probation. The girl is on the run. That's why you're getting these disappearing acts. That's why you're getting all this drama between her and Blueface and stuff like that. People are like, oh, she went back to Blue. No, she went back to Blue because she want to be with Blue. They toxic. Oh, Shy, good point. She made this comment in regards to Gypsy. She said it slipped through the cracks because the American medical system has a graded floor. Doctors want money and don't care. Absolutely. I agree. Really, it's just like their bottom line, it takes precedent over caring for the patients. That's why I believe in getting second and third opinions. Seriously, because I need to know my doctor has my best interest at heart. I've had to have one surgery in my life. And we talked about this on the channel when I was suffering with fibroids. And I got 3 opinions before I made my decision. That's why it's so important to advocate for yourself. But when you have a child who can't advocate, who looks out for the child, right? And the results are Gypsy Rose, unfortunately. Well, I think this was a great way to start 2024, you guys. I'm looking for the Epstein list. It's crazy and sad at the same time. Yes, Shima. Thank y'all for joining me. Seriously. I'm waiting for the Epstein list to drop, you guys. Now, I did see an article, people talking about Bill Clinton is John Doe number 36. Guys, I seen the flight logs that was in Ghislaine Maxwell case. Bill Clinton was already on that list. Thank you so much, G-Mom. I appreciate you always support. I appreciate all y'all always supporting. Bill Clinton been on the list. This is not new. We know Donald Trump on the list. We know Bill Clinton on the list. And Bill Clinton was on there multiple times with his Secret Service. This is not new. We just have to wait for the list to drop, you guys. That's it. Like, I see all these lists going around. I even received the list, okay? We just have to wait for it to drop. All right. I've seen the logs myself. The ones that was used in Ghislaine Maxwell. So we'll see. We'll see what names are revealed. We just have to be patient. We just have to be patient. Please make sure y'all hitting that like button. I hope you all have a beautiful, beautiful, blessed day. Seriously. We'll see what pop off with the day. That'll determine if I'll go live later. Yeah. I hope y'all all had a wonderful New Year's. I know I had a blast. I'm still paying for it. Can't sleep. So I'm hoping today me working will tire me out enough where I could just crash or whatever. But I messed up yesterday taking a late nap, and that's why I couldn't sleep or whatever. So please make sure you hitting that like button. Please share my content on your different however you share this. Please share. Sharing is caring. And I see the shares are getting up there. You have a blessed day too, Shay B. All right. Y'all all have a blessed day. And to all my haters.
And I wanna say thank you in case I don't thank you enough.
I think my haters over here too, okay? Y'all keep the wheels turning over here too. All right? Until next time, Naughty Crew, I'm out. One.